Welcome to yet another exciting video. Today, I want to teach you guys how to trade with the trend. Now, as you can see in front of me, I've already drawn everything for you guys, and this is a dollar index, on a monthly time frame, right? But before we can go ahead and discuss the topic of today, I want to tell you guys that it's very important for you to understand what a trend is and to understand how important it is for you to trade with it, because at most times I've seen people who will want to trade counter the trend, and you are just few against majority. So if majority says up and you come and say down, chances are you're gonna lose, or you're gonna get caught up in many fake outs before you can actually see yourself making a lot of money, right? So now I don't know, I wanted to delete everything on the chart, but I think I'm just gonna keep it as is because it makes everything easier to understand if I say something and you can already see it in front of your eyes. So let's start with this particular instrument. So as you can see, before anything else, when you open this chart, you can clearly see we are in a bullish trend, right? We are in a bullish trend. That's the first thing you want to do when you open your chart. So what I like to do is I go to a daily time frame. I go to a monthly time frame. That's the highest I can go. I go to a monthly time frame, and I want to check where is price currently at, right? Where is price currently at? And as you can see, it's above support. The second thing I want to ask myself is, what is the trend? Is the trend bearish? Is the trend bearish? Is the trend bullish, or are we ranging, right? I want to know all of those things. And now once I've established whether or not we are going up, we are trending up or trending down, the third thing that I want to do is I want to then drop my chart to a very smaller time frame, 15 minutes time frame, and that's where I will look for my entries, not against the trend, but following the trend, right? So maybe let's go ahead and let me show you guys how what I really mean by that. So as you can see in this market, we are bullish, right? And the reason we are bullish is because we keep making higher lows, right? And we keep making higher highs, as you can see over there. So now, how do you actually avoid trading against the trend? So if you open a chart and it's showing you that it's bullish, at the back of your head, immediately you decide. Before you can even analyze, immediately you decide you are not going to short this market. You are not going to short this market. The only thing you're gonna do on this market is you are going to buy on this market, on this instrument, right? So now, once you've established on a monthly time frame we are bullish, obviously if you trade a monthly time frame, chances are you are a bank or you're something. So if you're a retail trader, that's just for you to see the direction of the market, bullish. Then as you and me, we go to a smaller time frame now, the daily time frame. I use the daily time frame because I like to see what could potentially happen for that day, right? So knowing that at the back of your head, you saw that the market is bullish on a higher time frame, and now at the back of your head, you want to buy this market. So you avoid by all means looking for sell. Even if the market is presenting you with a sell setup, you don't take it, because you understand that the market is in an uptrend. The market is in a bullish trend. So you don't want to trade against the trend. You want to trade with the trend, right? So now I'm on a daily time frame. Again, I want to ask myself the same question: where is price currently at, right? And you look here. I drawn for you guys already that there is an area of sensitivity over here. So where price is at is currently at a resistance, right? It's the high on a daily time frame, the current high on a daily time frame. Now, will you buy on that high? Are you gonna buy on that resistance because you saw that on a monthly time frame we are bullish? No, you can't buy because it's high. So what do you do for you to buy this market? You see over here, let's zoom in. For you to eventually want to buy, this is what you should look out for, right? You want to see price coming down, retesting this previous resistance over here, and this is where you could potentially enter for those buys, right? And target your next highs over there. Or another possibility for you to buy, another entry for a buy, is you can wait for price to break this resistance over here because it's a high, and now when it breaks it, it makes it a low. And then when it comes back to retest, you want to buy from that area, right? So that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. So by all means necessary, avoid looking for sells if you are in a bullish trend, or if you see that clearly the market is trending up, avoid taking those short-term sells, because if you don't know what you're doing, chances are you might want to hold thinking the market has changed direction, and you only find yourself losing a lot of money, yet you didn't even anticipate it. Now you don't even understand how you ended up losing that amount of money. So now we are on a daily time frame. Okay, let me do like this. I think I want to delete everything on this chart so you guys can yeah, let me delete everything. I want to challenge you guys. I want to see if you can see what I see, right? And if you can't see what I see, you need to ask yourself, what do you see? And from what you see, were you seeing the same thing as I was seeing, right? Okay, so this is my chart on a daily time frame. I know on the monthly time frame we are bullish. Now I'm on a daily time frame. It's a smaller time frame than the monthly. So I look for my highs and my lows. This is what I want to do. So I see this as a high, right? This area over here, I see it as a high. It's a high. It's where I would want to sell should price get there. And I identify this over here as a support, as a low, right? This is where I want to buy should price get there, right? So obviously you see price comes here for the first time, now it goes away. Should it come for the second time, that's an area where I want to see myself entering for those buys, right? I want to see myself taking buys on that area. So now you ask yourself, okay, where are we currently? Where is price currently at? And now if you look at it from what we just drawn here, you can say it's almost at the resistance. It's going to the resistance, unless you're going to look at that resistance that I had drawn previously, which was this one, which I don't recommend. If you don't know how to identify small zones, try to avoid using them. Rather focus on major structure. Major structure for new beginner traders is going to help you avoid a lot of unnecessary trades and a lot of fake outs at times, right? But the reason why I had this over here is because, as you can see here, this was where price supported before, and when it got broken, this is where price sold, and that is where again price is failing to break, and that's why I drew it over there. But that's not why we're here. Let me delete it. I want you guys to focus on this new thing that we are doing here. So where is price currently at? For me, we can say it's approaching our nearest resistance. So you as a trader, what should you do? Okay, you then ask yourself, you then reflect on what you saw on the monthly time frame. Okay, on the monthly time frame, I saw we just come from a support and we're going up, and the trend overall is bullish. So what are you looking for? I am looking for buys. Where can you potentially take those buys? At a low. Remember, you want to buy low and you want to sell high. You never want to do that the opposite, right? So now, because you're looking for buys, where is your low? That's the next question you need to ask yourself. Where is your low? And as I look at this chart, the low that I see here is this one over here. Is this support over here? So what do you do as a trader if price is not there? Simple. You wait. You wait until price either breaks the resistance, which will then it will make it a support, or you wait for price to reverse all the way to that support, and that's where you enter those buys. Now, for somebody might say, oh, it might take a week, it might take a month, it might take whatever for price to get there. But that's the whole point of trading. Why do you want to rush the process? Don't rush the process, because if you were here when price was here, you wouldn't complain that you caught those pips. But because now you are here and you want price to come here, you're going to complain that it's going to take forever to get to my area of interest, right? Don't complain. Understand that I came at the wrong time, and if I was there at the right time, I would have caught those buys. Remind yourself of that and try to stay disciplined. Like, try to avoid another thing before. Okay, we're gonna go back there. Another thing that I saw with myself is, so there on TradingView, let's open it. There's a terminal where other traders share their ideas. So I am trying to avoid this area over here, and the reason is, I saw myself one day coming over here and I see somebody else's analysis, for instance this gold analysis, and I look at it, and now thinking of what I also analyzed on my own, I'm now indecisive of whether or not I should take the setups that I said I was gonna take, because now somebody else is saying something else opposite from what I'm seeing. So it's taking forever to load. But what I'm trying to say to you guys is, Always trust your own analysis. If you said you are going to buy for today, buy for today. If you said you are going to sell for today, sell for today. Even if somebody else can come and show you something else different, even if I come myself and I tell you something else different, if you said you are going to buy, stick to that. If you said you are going to sell, stick to that. Trust your own strategy, right? So now this is how you trade with the trend, and this is how you avoid losing a lot of money in the markets because you're following the minority when there's majority buying, minority is busy selling. So now, what about those short-term sales that we are seeing over here? Okay, let's go ahead and check them out. So you see here that price was going up. Let's draw the trend line over here. Price was busy going up, and suddenly it broke our trend line. So now this is the same rule that apply. We have trend lines on all time frames. We have a trend line on a daily, on a monthly, we have on a weekly, we have on a daily, we have on an hourly, down to a minute. We have trends forming each and every time on each and every time frame. So on the daily time frame, there was a bullish trend that was broken. So if you're somebody who's trading a daily time frame and you don't focus on the higher time frame, the monthly, you wouldn't want to buy even if you see that your trend line on the daily time frame that you follow is broken. So if you're trading the time frame that is a daily and your time frame is your trend line is broken over there, you look for sales. But if you're looking for structure on a monthly time frame, until the structure on the monthly time frame is broken, you don't look for sales. You continue with those buys. So here it would be those who are trading a daily time frame, and you as a monthly time frame trader, you would wait for price to come at a low, over here. This is a low. This is a low. You see the support? It's a low. You wait for price to get there. You buy. You buy. You buy. You don't sell, right? But now, because you're trading a daily time frame, this is what price is doing. So for me, if I was you, this is what I would do. Okay, price comes, obviously, as it goes up and down, it creates these highs and lows, and I identify them using my zone over here. And I say at the back of my head, okay, since I'm looking for buys on a daily time frame, this is me before price breaks this area over here. I'm looking for buys. When price touches my trend line, I'm going to enter for those buys, and I do over here, I buy. Guess what? I get stopped out. I lose that trade. Price breaks my area of interest. Now, when I lose a trade, usually what I do is, okay, fine. I don't panic. It was just another losing trade, because you lose some, you win some, right? So now what I do is I'm going to await a retest on my area of interest, and on that retest, I am going to sell. So you see what I'm doing now. I was buying, but because now I've been proven wrong. So what I do is I place my stop loss at an area where I know should price stop me out at this area, chances are those buys are over and now we are entering for those sells. So if I buy at this area, my stop loss is just going to be here, be below those lows, because I know should price break those lows, there's no point of me holding buys or hoping for market to continue going bullish. So now I will await a retest, and guess what? Price then pushes all the way up, and it doesn't give me that retest on that area where I'm looking at where I wanted it. So what do I do in that case? I accept. There was no trade for me. There was no setup for me. I move on and I look for another trade the next day, the next week, the next month. You let the market move. Don't try to force price, rather follow price. This is what I always preach, guys. I don't try to force price. I don't predict price. I follow price. If price is at a support, I buy. If it's at a resistance, I sell. If the price breaks my support or my resistance, I act accordingly. I don't try to make my own analysis out of nowhere. I follow price at all times. So now, when price moves in this manner and it never gets to my high, I notice why it resisted. It took it took its resistance from where there was previously a support. You see, there was a support over there, and so when it broke there, it came retest. So now what do? I say, okay, it's fine. I lost it. Now I'm going to wait for price to break my new low. This is the new low that I would have had at that time. I mark it like that. So I'm still going to continue with those sales because now my trend line, my uptrend has been broken. So guess what? Price then moves and then it breaks my low. When it breaks my low, immediately for me, it's a sell. I do like this. And I place my sell, my stop loss where I know if price gets the chances are it was never ever going to go down. It was just gonna continue up, right? So meaning I put my stop loss just above the last high over there. Because what's the point of you trying to hold a trade that is going to lose? There's no point. So you see, if you had held up to this low, up to this support over here, you could have done like this, drag your thing over here, and you would have caught that sell movement easily, right? And again, you apply the same thing. You see that, okay, we are in a downtrend. On a daily time frame, we are in a downtrend, and guess what? Your downtrend has been broken again. When the downtrend is broken, it means now it's a signal for you to now start looking for buys, right? You see how it goes, guys. It's easy. You just follow the trend. You don't complicate your things. If you're looking for a trend, if you're following a trend on a daily time frame, stick to the daily time frame. You can enter your buys on a smaller time frames, or your sells on a smaller time frame, but never follow a trend from a monthly and follow a trend from the daily, follow a trend from the weekly. You're just gonna confuse everything. Stick to one time frame. My time frame is the monthly. If I'm looking at the monthly time frame and I say, okay, we are above a support, I am going to buy until we break that support, right? If you're looking at it from a weekly time frame, focus on there until your weekly time frame your weekly structure has been broken. Daily, same thing, and you are gonna see yourself winning a lot of trades and avoiding losing unnecessarily. So guys, I think I should stop the video here. If you didn't understand anything I said, comment down below. If you understand everything I said, give me a compliment. I would appreciate that. Like the video, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that next time when I post, you get notified. You know the drill. And I'm gonna post each and every week. I'm trying to make sure that you guys are growing as the channel is growing, because I'm seeing in the past 2 weeks I have grown 39 subscribers more than what I had previously, right? So it shows that you guys are finding value to the channel, and I appreciate that so much. If you are watching up to this far, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the support, the consistent support and the love that you're showing me, and I hope you win, guys. And by the way, something new is coming into the channel. I will announce it very soon, but I won't tell you now. Stay tuned for that. Yeah, let's kill the market, guys. Let's kill the market.